don't I feel worthy? If you're asking this question, firstly, I can resonate. I feel you. I have been there. And secondly, I will share an answer that likely will resonate and hopefully give you a path forward, because you don't have to feel this way. It is not true that you are not worthy, yet your reality right now is you asking this question, you wondering, why don't I feel worthy? I've done all the things, I've done the affirmations, right? I tell myself I love myself every day. I know I'm a great person, but still, why don't I feel worthy of the things that I truly want, of the type of work and salary that I want, of the clients coming in, of the dreams, the opportunities, the relationship, the people. Why don't I feel worthy of that? Why do I still believe that the pin will drop and it'll all unravel and the relationship will leave, the person will go, the job will end, it's not going to work out? That I won't be able to attract or even sustain the things that I want. I get it. I really get it. And I've been there. I have been there. I've listened to audiobooks. I've tried mindful self-compassion. I've tried so many things, and they didn't stick. It's not because these worthiness practices or certain ways that people explain it, it's not because they're not even true. It's likely just because, one, you're not yet ready, or you were not yet ready, past tense, you're ready now. You are not yet ready to really hear what was being told, or the way that it was being explained is just not your vibe. It doesn't resonate. There's something about that, the language used, the energy that it was expressed, the messenger. Sometimes the messenger distorts the message, which is unhelpful, because it would be great if we just got a message and got it and then went on our way, but that is not how self-growth works. It's not how life works. And it's not even unfortunate that that's not how life works. It'd be quite boring if that's how we grew. Like, really? That's it? I want to get better at abundance. Bing, I'm better now. Like, I don't know if we would actually be that fulfilled if things were that easy to us at the beginning, at least. And I think there's always going to be upgrades, levels up. And if we got everything from 0 to 100 straight away, we would just ascend back into spirit form, which is eventually what we do. Why don't I feel worthy? Because your worthiness right now, whatever you've done to try to feel worthy, is conditional worthiness. Likely, if you are clicking on this video, you've either tried something or you're trying to work it out, and you're like, but I don't get it. I don't get it. What is it about me? Am I flawed? Am I broken? Am I too traumatized? Do I have too many woundings? Whatever? No, you don't. No, you don't. Doesn't matter where you came from. Doesn't matter the situations you've encountered. It doesn't matter your wounding. It doesn't matter how much pain you've experienced. You can feel worthy today and tomorrow and the next day. And then maybe you'll slip back with the next day and the next day and the next day, and it'll just go. That is possible no matter your history, no matter the things you've done, no matter any of that, it's possible. Why do I say that? Because not that long ago, I was curled up in a ball and telling my partner, I'm just not worthy of love. I said that. It's not even me that said that. That version of me that said that was the version that believed that. Doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean that version of me is me. It's a version of me. It's a part of me. And that part needed to come out. It needed to be felt and seen to that degree for me to be like, hang on a second, what is happening here? The shift that has taken place since that moment is like, I understand now when people use the term quantum jumping and quantum leaping. It is 100% possible. Why? Again, because we're ready for it, and because the messenger, whatever that is, delivers the message. For me, I was my messenger. My pain delivered the message to me of like, something is up, Shae. Go within, go within, go within. No one else had the answer outside of me. Go within. And then I kept learning and getting guidance and listening to the universe and listening to the messages that were coming and seeking out more clarification. But it was a clarification of those insights and the intuition I was feeling inside of what I really needed to focus on. And the worthiness piece, oof. I now feel so worthy of all of the love in the entire universe. I'm like, of course I'm worthy of love. Of course I'm worthy of the things that I want. I'm taking actions now to say no to opportunities that I thought were the most perfect opportunities, no to jobs that were keeping me, like feeling, okay, this is secure, but it's not it. Like literally cleansing and renewing my entire life so that I can really live from my worth and be like, oh, wait, hang on a second. A Shae that believes she's that worthy is not in alignment with this opportunity. How could she ever say yes to this? But the disempowered version of me would say yes to so many things. And ask yourself, what are you saying yes to? That your most empowered self, or that the you that really believed they were worthy would actually say no to? You can even journal that, like the worthy version of me who knows their value would not be saying yes to, and then list all the things that might be currently still in your life. That's one way to just illuminate some things for you. You can start to rearrange the outside life, but really it's about the internal. So, conditional worthiness. You're likely just focusing on the things that you approve of in yourself, that you love only. I'm so kind. I have lovely hair. My skin is good. I really care for people. Like, I'm saying it like this, and those things are lovely and true, so I'm not trying to make fun of that, but I'm saying it in the way of like, it's like an act. We're putting on the act of worthiness, and it's conditional worthiness. So you don't feel worthy in entirety. Just parts of you feel worthy, but not all of you. When you take away the conditions for your worthiness and truly see your worthiness in all parts of you, especially the parts you don't want anyone to know about, especially the parts that feel so broken and so unlovable, so afraid. They are the first places that you should shine the light of love on. They are the first places that are starved of it. They are the places that are directing you toward behavior and creations in your life and manifesting situations that hurt you, that hurt others, that make you run away, that make you hide. Those parts of you are actually kind of like little children that like, no, they don't know what they're doing. And so they're ripping things apart and they're throwing things and they're pushing each other over. And those parts of you don't need to be shamed more. Those parts of you don't need to feel worse about themselves. They don't need that. They don't need to be ridiculed and criticized into feeling worthy. Can you hear how ridiculous that is? To criticize yourself into worthiness? And how many of you have been doing that? Have you been doing that? Truly. Do you self-criticize and judge and make yourself feel terrible and bad because you believe that that's how you will get out of that behavior and grow? Yeah, likely we were taught as children that to manage and mitigate bad behavior, we had to be punished and criticized into good behavior. And then we continued on that pattern as adults. And that's how we're treating ourselves. But the issue is, it separates ourselves from ourselves even more. It really creates a fracture within, a separateness of one part of ourselves and another. And so we collect all the good parts we approve of, and this part, and I like this part, and this part, and this part. So I'm going to put them here, and I'm worthy, until the other parts come up, until you feel insecure, until you feel like something of a lower vibration exists within you, until you feel anger, until you feel, I don't know, until you act in a way that you're like, ugh, I don't want to act like that. So what do? Well, they're not coming over here into my worthiness huddle. No, they're not allowed here. That's not what makes me worthy. Can you see what you're doing internally? So of course, you in entirety do not feel worthy. Those things have been shunned. But the issue is they still exist within you. They're still here. They're not over there. You can't just shun them away. Just leave my being. No, it's not how it works. I know from experience. It's not how it works. I have 32 years in this. It is not how it works. And really, for the most part of those years, from as early as I can remember, everything was my fault. Whether people told me that or not, I did get told that quite a lot. But even when I wasn't told that, oh, it's just my fault. It's my fault. I did it, it's my fault. I'm to blame, I'm to blame, I'm to blame. I did it, I'm bad, I'm to blame, I'm to blame. I can't be loved, I'm to blame. Like that is how it snowballs. And then I'm carrying this part of me that has so much self-shame and criticism and judgment. Of course I never felt worthy of love. In some moments I did, until those things came up. But the issue is those things came up more and more and more and more and more and more because they were asking to be looked at, processed, and we can only do that not by pushing them away, but actually by welcoming them. And I know that sounds scary, but trust me, you're already battling with them. They're already causing you harm. So just experiment with inviting them in, these parts of you that you don't like, all the ugly parts, write them down. The parts of me I really don't like, write them down. And then if you go, how on earth am I supposed to love that part of me? I don't want that part of me to exist anymore. Loving it does not mean you're encouraging it to continue to play out. They continue to play out because you're pushing them away. And because then they come back full force. You push them away, they come back. You push them away, they come back even harder. You push them away with blame and shame and negative energy. And what are you creating? Just more of an environment of hostility and negative energy. So they come back. Write down all the parts of you that you feel are ugly, and then there are many different techniques you can do to shine love onto them. What is most beneficial for me and what is going to be a huge part of my next offering, which is going to be the biggest, most powerful, most transformational offering I have ever put out into the world. I've created lots of courses, mentorships, retreats, workshops, trainings, classes. This is by far, it has the most energy that's wanting to be expressed in the world, and it is something that I will likely do regularly. It's called Fall in Love with Yourself, and it will be a closed container opening toward the second part of September 2024. But if you're watching this years later, I don't know, whenever you're watching this, just check back, because it's likely something I'm going to just continue in closed cohorts every month or every 2 months. So what I will use within this is something that I call the Voice of Kindness method. It's a blend of many different modalities. It's something that I have created myself, and a big part of that is to talk to these parts of you. So it brings in parts work, it brings in inner child work, something that my friend Pete led me in. He is an incredible breathwork facilitator, self-development enthusiast, musician. He led me through an experience that drew from internal family systems, so parts work. And I talked to different parts of me. And then after he led me through that, I went home and I had more experiences with these parts of me, with like, hey, come here part of me I really don't like. I asked those parts, like, why do you exist? And sometimes it's not as easy to just be like, why do you exist? There's a specific guided experience, a meditation experience that I will take people through in Fall in Love with Yourself. And I also do like custom meditation experiences for each specific person and everything that they're going through. So it's like very, very personalized. But it's asking that part of you, like, when were you created? Like, how old are you? You ask that part. Okay, what are you afraid of? What do you think you're trying to do? A lot of the time, the answer will be protect. I'm trying to protect myself or trying to protect another part of you, but it's usually all self-protection. The shitty, icky parts of us that we don't like, it's actually self-protection. They've been cultivated and maneuvered into our being as that kind of way, but it doesn't mean that that's very healthy behavior or that they're healthy patterns to continue. But again, worthiness is not about just taking the parts of you that you like and then only rolling with them. You're not going to feel fully worthy. Those parts of you are going to come out and keep screaming at you to look at, to hear. And then you can shift your relationship with those parts of you. I talk to them out loud. I talk to them in visualizations, and I give them so much validation and love. And again, it's not validating the victim self and the bad self that you don't want to be. No, none of that happens. None of that happens. You know what happens? Peace. Peace inside happens. Truly, the peace inside happens. This is the first time in my life where I've felt this worthy, sustained, and this at home in myself, this safe in myself. There's been moments for sure. I talk about them on my YouTube video, moments of insight, awakening, claiming my power, all of it. It's not like I didn't have it. I had it, but I teetered on the edge of having it and then not really like getting it yet, not really getting it. There's been a new level unlocked where I get something else and realize like, whoa, the world needs more of this. People need to hear about this. I want to share this. I want to gift this and offer this to the world. This is the medicine. So my work is really moving toward just full on self-love, self-love, self-love. Practical self-love, effective self-love. Not just sitting in the mirror and I love my beautiful smile. No. How about I love the anxious part of me that is so afraid of losing love. I love that part of me. And it's more than just saying those words. It's a deep experience and relationship that I've cultivated with these parts of me that they're just so quiet now. And if they come up and make themselves known, a lot of the time they're not anymore. They're just like quiet. That critic inside, I don't know where that voice has gone, but it's not here. It's astounding how you can really shift your reality. It's possible. So move away from conditional worth. That's not helping you. Feel your worth in all parts of you. Start to cultivate a relationship with these parts of you. Love them, forgive them, honor them, thank them for existing and what they've been trying to do for you. That is where the juice is. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe, like, comment, all the things. That really helps me be found by other people. I am so much more active on YouTube than I ever have been because the energy is just flowing out of me and I have so much yummy, juicy goodness for you. Meditations, which will be live like probably before this video goes out. So check everything in the caption and check out my Fall in Love with Yourself mentorship. See you in the next video.
Shae.